Yo dudes, it's Dokkan time, and we're gonna do a quick how-to build for Intelligence Yamcha, another requested build by Milio. Appreciate you, Milio. So, just straightforward, his build is straight up either dodge or maybe crit or additional, but primarily, I mean, you're pretty much gonna go full dodge with this guy. Full dodge is the way to go with him. He has built-in additionals. He has a little bit of built-in crit, so you could go ahead and just, say screw it. Give him a little bit more than just the 30% chance to crit. It doesn't go super far with that. He does have lots of additionals, but primarily he's a dodger kind of die unit. So I would focus on dodge personally, especially at this point in the game's meta. If that's all you needed to know, then have a good day and a good night. If you wanted to know more about the unit, kind of go into the details, then we'll just kind of go over his kit really quick. So he is a Warriors Raised on Earth Saiyan Saga lead, 200 to Earthling and Turtle School. He raises attack on Super, which is why additionals don't do much other than increase your damage. He does have a chance to stun. He does get Ki +2 attack and defense 150 for 4 turns from the start of the turn, as long as there's 5 other Warrior Raised on Worth units. So if you just throw him onto a team, it might not... You could see a vast difference if you don't have him on the same team with 5 other Warriors Raised on Earth. The problem with this is that obviously he loses this after 4 turns. Ki +2 attack and defense 150, plus an additional attack and defense by 30% with each attack performed. So that's covering what you lose in the active. But yeah, if you do additional, this could probably go up a lot faster, and you could see him at a really good high peak. Medium chance to crit, which is 30%. He's got 50% chance to dodge. He launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Then he launches another additional, and then but this is within the same turn after evading. So he's technically a slot 1 unit. And then he has chance to evade enemies' attack plus 10% with each super attack performed within the same turn. So always the biggest misconception with Yamcha was that this was added to his dodge chance, but it's not. So when a part of a unit's ability is during combat, whatever buff you're getting from that is calculated separately. So that means that this 10% chance is actually just 10% chance within the same turn of each attack performed. So with that in mind, you could go for additionals to try and build up that dodge right there. It might actually increase the amount of times that he could dodge, very much so. Each attack, any attacks coming in at him after he supers, of course. But yeah, so if you go on it, he's got the 50% chance to dodge right here, and then let's just say he performs a triple super. That's a 30% chance. If you put in 30 to his hidden potential, then that's another 30% chance to dodge. Now it's not all added up, they're separate procs, so if one doesn't activate the dodge, then it'll go to the next one and the next one. If you just get unlucky and all 3 of the procs don't go off and you don't dodge, that's just unfortunate. It is the way it is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if you look at his active skill, all attacks are guaranteed to hit. It's not a very good active skill. It's nice. It's very nice to have, especially since it'll increase his defense because of attacks on super. But yeah, I mean, it does count also as an attack. You also have to realize that the active counts as an attack. So that will go towards this right here, chance of evading enemies plus 10% with each super attack performed, I believe. So if he uses active, he already has that 10% right there, right from the get-go. But yeah, Yamcha's pretty old, but I mean, I think we all still like Yamcha a lot. He's got great OSTs, great animation, but he's pretty much a full dodge build. You could put crit into him to try and capitalize on all the additionals, but at the end of the day, no matter what, he's a full dodge build, and then you can do additionals to hopefully get maybe a little one extra, dodge chance at that 10% potentially, or you can just go towards crit. It's entirely up to you. But anyways, I hope this helped you out, Milio, and anybody else that was wondering how to build him, and I hope you have a good day and a good night.